It's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
It's week 9 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against the defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Open man here is Conklin. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. To throw is Wilson. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down. Punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 19 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Wilson. Steps away to his left. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy. But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Second down, they go again with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Wilkins. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Henry running right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete, probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Now Wilson on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Complete to number 87. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Davis. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 38-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Inside handoff, Henry. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal from the right hash. This from 33. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Miami set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 20-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And New York set to take the field. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 12 yards.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second down and 8. Henry up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 73 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
They'll run it again with Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll run. It's Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, and Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Here's Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone. And the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And out come the Dolphins now. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.